What's up, YouTube? 大家好，皆さんこんにちは. This is Ben Parker back with another Chinese Japanese tip video. Okay, and if you've been following my YouTube videos the last few months, you know that I've been trying to upload Chinese Japanese learning tip video once a month, approximately, almost. That's kind of the goal. And today's topic is on filler words. Okay, filler words. Okay, and in case you don't know what a filler word is, it's something that is used in a language to indicate that you're pausing or you're kind of thinking through something, or it has no actual meaning on the sentence. So a really fun example is in Valley Girl English, where they use the word like all the time. Like, I was going to the park and I was walking my dog and I saw someone else's dog and their dog bit my dog and I was like, no way, you're not gonna bite my dog like that. Like, no way. Okay, so those are filler words. Like, no way, those are filler words. Okay, and they have no actual bearing on the sentence itself. Okay, but they're just used. Okay, so I have not come across an equivalent of Valley Girl Chinese or Valley Girl Japanese, but do know that filler words are just as prevalent in Chinese and Japanese as they are in English. Okay, so today I'm going to share with you guys two examples of filler words in Chinese, two examples of filler words in Japanese. These aren't the only filler words that are out there. There's a lot more, but these are two really common classic examples of filler words in Chinese and Japanese. And just so that when you're learning Chinese and Japanese, you can be aware of these. Okay, because these are really, really important, really good to know. Okay, so I'll start with Chinese first. So the first Chinese filler word you'll come across all the time is Naga. Okay, Naga. Okay, it's not a racist word. It doesn't mean anything negative. It's like saying, So like an example is, 我想吃那个猪肉. I want to have, let me think about it, pork. Okay, so that's what that means. So Naga. Okay, so you hear that all the time. You'll hear Chinese people say Naga, Naga. Okay, so just know that Naga is a filler word. Okay, it has no actual meaning on the sentence. It's just a filler word. Now, I should add that Naga does have an actual meaning. Okay, so if you wanted to say I want that one, you would say 我要 Naga. I want that. Okay, so that's what Naga means. Literally is that. But at first I was like, why do they keep saying that? It's like, why are they saying that, that? No, it's not what they're saying. It's like they're saying, It's kind of like that, okay? So, Naga, that's the first one you're going to come across. And that's actually the most common, classic Chinese filler word, okay? The second one that I've heard a lot in Chinese is 然后. And 然后 literally means afterwards, okay? That's what it means, afterwards or and then. So, if I were to say in Chinese, I went to church and then I went to the basketball match, I would say 我去在教会，然后我去在篮球比赛. So I went to church and then I went to the basketball match, or the basketball game. Okay, so that's what that means, literally. But once again, if you hear 然后 all the time, just know they're not saying and then. It's a filler word. Okay, so it's important to note that as well. Okay, so that's what 然后 means. 然后, okay? So, that's the two for Chinese. So once again, Naga, which literally means that one, but once again, it's a filler word. It means, okay? And then 然后, which means and then, and also, okay? But it also is a filler word as well. Okay, so you hear Chinese people say all the time. And where I heard, so both of them was, the first time I heard Naga was, I was watching one of the Easy Mandarin videos. So there's a really good YouTube channel called Easy Languages. And they have different, lots of different languages. It's like learning the language from people on the street. So there's an Easy Mandarin series, Easy Japanese series, Easy Spanish, and so Easy German. So in one of the first, in the first Easy Mandarin video I watched in Easy Languages, I heard Chinese people on the street in Taiwan saying Naga all the time. I was like, why are they saying that? That's where, okay, that's what that is. That's what it is. Okay, now I know. And then with Hall, I heard it at church. So I attend Mormon Mandarin LDS Church. And the LDS Church in Chinese is called 耶稣基督后期圣徒教会. Okay, so that's what that is in Chinese. And anyway, so when I was at church, I heard a lady bearing her testimony. These things called testimony meetings where people go up and bear their testimony in the language. And I've done it in Mandarin once, and it was pretty fun. That's a story for another time. All right, so one lady was bearing her testimony in Chinese. She's talking about why she believes in the church and all this kind of stuff. And she said, "Rahul, Rahul na," like 1,000 times. And same thing, I was like, why does she keep saying Rahul, Rahul na? Why does she keep saying Rahul? Like, what does this mean? Like, why does she keep saying, like, and then, or also, whatever? And I was like, oh, wait a minute. It's a filler word. Gotcha. Okay, so that's where I came across the use of Rahul. And it's a very common one. You'll hear it all the time from Chinese people. Rahul, Rahul, Rahona. Okay, and once again, it literally means and then, but it's just a filler word. Okay. And then for Japanese, there's two in Japanese. One of them is eto or ito. Okay, so eto, and the other one is ano. Okay. And admittedly, I've heard a lot more of ano than ito, but if you look up like Japanese filler words, like ito is like one of the first ones that comes up. That's why I included that one. But ano is one I've heard all the time. So when I was in Japan last summer, back in August, at this point, like I didn't know I'd be doing Japanese as well, but I've been learning Chinese for 2 years by this point, and so I was already familiar with like filler words and the concept of them. So when I first got to Japan, one of the things that I was kind of curious to listen for was, okay, well, I'm curious, like, okay, so Chinese say Naga, Rahul, Dong Dong, etc. What do Japanese people say? What is their filler word? And the filler word that I heard more than any other one in Japan was ano, ano, is the romaji for that. Ano, and I remember hearing my aunt, who's Japanese, say that, and like all the time. Say all the time, but a lot. And maybe it's just her particular Japanese speech pattern, but she was saying ano a lot. So ano, hi, so I was like, okay, that's got. So I heard her say ano all the time. I was like, okay, that has got to be the Japanese equivalent of Naga. And sure enough, like I looked it up, and yep, that's what it is. So, at any rate. Before I head out, as a quick kind of recap, the two Chinese filler words are Naga and Rahul, and Naga just means that one, and Rahul means afterwards or and then. But in this context I'm talking about, they're just filler words. Okay, it's like saying like I don't know, like although like it sounds more like because like let's be real, when someone says like all the time. It's a little kind of obnoxious and kind of stands out more. So not everyone talks like that, no pun intended. Whereas in like a lot of people say Naga or Rahul. Okay, but it's a filler word like those are. And then same thing, ito in Japanese or ano as well. So those are the filler words. And before I head out, that's kind of the recap there. But I wanted to really really quickly just kind of show them to you on a piece of paper. Okay. So what I have now, and hopefully this will work, okay, these are the Chinese filler words. Sorry for the shadows. Chasing shadows, here we go. So I hope you can see that. So that's Rahul and Naga, okay, you guys see that? So those are the characters, Rahul and Naga. Okay, those are the Chinese filler words, and Rahul means then, afterwards, and Naga means that, or like that one. So, yeah. So those are the actual meanings of them. But once again, if you hear them all the time in Chinese, just know that those are filler words. Alright, and then so got that. So Rahul and Naga. Okay, and those are the characters. And just for your reference, those are the simplified characters. I didn't want to take the time to write the traditional. So those are the simplified characters for Rahul and Naga. Okay, and then flipping over to this one. This is the hiragana for ito and ano, and both of them roughly translate to and Okay, so ito, ano. Okay, those are the Japanese filler words. And like I said, ano, the one right here. Kore, this one. Is the one I heard the most, okay, in Japan. Ano, okay, but ito is another one that comes up a lot. It's like a list of like popular are common Japanese filler words. Okay, so there we go. So once again, flip back really quickly. We got Hall, Naga for Chinese, and we have, and just for clear, I'm talking Mandarin Chinese, okay? and then we have here, we have Ito and Ano for Japanese, okay? And that is written in hiragana. Alrighty. Sorry for the shadows. Sumimasen. Doichi. I'm sorry. Okay. So, empty, right? That is it. Hopefully this video, this tip video helped some of you that are just starting out with Chinese and Japanese. Like I said, when I was just starting out, I really wish that I gotten a lesson on this, or at least was made aware of this. Is, hey, look, people are going to talk. Not everything people say has literal meaning. Sometimes it's just a filler, pause word. Expect that. And obviously, these aren't the only filler words that are out there. So if you come across other filler words that I didn't mention that you think are also important to know, feel free to drop those in the comment section below. All right? Yeah, that's it for this video. If you want to connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, the handle is slamdunk406. I'll link to that, or I'll just mention that in the description. And yeah, obviously, if you find my language learning videos helpful, if you think, hey, like, you know, this dude can help me out a little bit, if you find it interesting, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Yeah, that's it. So until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video, and have a happy 4th of July, and peace.